Welcome to Wisdom on Wednesdays. I think this is episode 9. I'm Jeff Jordan, and great having you all with me again this week. This week I want to keep talking about who my hero and idol was, and a friend as well as a mentor who taught me really how to coach and how to build relationships, and that's Dave Schultz. I think I did 2 weeks, the past 2 weeks I've talked about Dave, about him being my hero, and again, what Dave taught me more than anything is that relationships are crucial to get the most out of your wrestlers. And he just did a great job with me. And I tried to emulate him. I tried to emulate how he walked. I tried to emulate how he wrestled. And he was just a great guy. I mean, he had a great influence on my life. I think most of you guys know he was shot and killed in 1996 at Foxcatcher Wrestling Club in Pennsylvania. And what a tragic day that was for the sport of wrestling. But Dave taught me a lot, and he's my hero. And just thinking about other stories, I always like to tell stories. It was my senior year, and it was late January, and I hit a major slump. I was, I think, ranked third at the time in the country, returning All-American, and back-to-back weekends, I tied 2 unranked wrestlers. And that was back when if you tied, it was a tie. There was no overtime or sudden death, anything like that. So I was struggling. Some people maybe called it was burnout at that particular time. I just think I was mentally struggling at the time, without question. Anyway, I was laying around the apartment on a Sunday night, and I think I was just feeling sorry for myself and just thinking about wrestling constantly. Next thing I know, the phone rings. And this is back before they had caller ID. I pick up the phone, "Hello, Jordan." And when Dave Schultz called, he always said the least amount of words possible. And all of a sudden, Dave Schultz, of course, he called me and goes, "Jordan, Schultzy, come over now." This was like 9 o'clock at night. In late January in Madison, Wisconsin. Usually there's snow on the ground then. So I drive over to Schultz's house, don't even knock on the door. I just open up the door, walk in, and they lived at, Dave and Nancy lived in a tri-level house, and he was down in the basement. I look down there, and Dave Schultz is in his birthday suit, sitting on the couch. It's like, "Schultzy," and he's really a hairy guy. If you've seen any pictures of him, his chest and back is and I thought it was Sasquatch on the couch. It's like, "Schultzy, get some clothes on." I goes, "Oh, Jordan, I didn't even hear you knock." So he throws a pair of sweatpants on and says, "Come on downstairs." So I go downstairs, and Schultzy, of course, is sitting on the couch, coffee table right in front of the couch, and on the other side was a chair. And on the coffee table was a chessboard, a Russian chessboard that he got in Moscow when he wrestled there the year before. So sure enough, we started playing chess. We had popcorn, and I love the game of chess. Schultzy loved it. Schultzy always says the Russians play chess in between workouts because it teaches you about strategy. And I don't know if you guys know, Schultzy could speak almost fluent Russian. He taught himself how to speak Russian. Next thing you know, Schultzy gets up. We're halfway through the chess game. And he goes and gets us 2 beers. I have no idea what type of beer it was. I don't think it was an American beer by any means, but it was chocolate color, and it tasted like cough syrup, and it was warm. That night I did 2 great things. Number 1, I chugged down half that beer. And number 2, I actually beat Dave Schultz in my first and only time I've ever beat him in the game of chess. We used to play a lot. So I don't know whether Schultzy let me win or not. But also, I guess the reason why I tell you this story is I thought Schultzy was going to have me over. We were going to talk wrestling for 2 hours. He was going to try to get me out of this slump I was in. And the amazing part is, Schultzy never brought up wrestling one time. Not once. And I stayed, we finished the chess game, finished the popcorn, and all of a sudden Schultzy goes, "Jordan, I'm going to bed. We'll see you later." I just got up. I think I was there for maybe 2 hours. But coaches, I guess what I'm trying to say is this, is Dave Schultz had a knack of knowing when to either push you harder for workouts to maybe get you through a slump, or maybe give you just a little bit of a mental break, or maybe a day off. And coaches, I think that's crucial. And the only way, coaches, I'm convinced that you can figure out which one's right and which one's wrong to do is by building that relationship. So Schultz just had a knack at doing that. A month and a half later, I was fortunate. I won the Big Ten. 2 weeks after that, I was an All-American, and I'm convinced that Schultz got me out of that slump. Why? He gave me the reassurance that he still believed in me and gave me the confidence to go out and do it. Schultz went to the Soviet Union, I think, a month after that, after the college NCAA tournament, and he came back and he brought me a Russian chessboard that he bought for me. It's still in my living room today. I still play chess to this day, and I do miss Dave Schultz. But coaches, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember, stay safe, keep training hard, and remember, Noah didn't wait for a ship to come in. He built one.